Football brings you the divisional round of the NFL playoffs, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Rams and the Cowboys, and it's all up next.
We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Coming up, we've got an ultra-important divisional round matchup in the NFC, as it'll be the Los Angeles Rams taking on the Dallas Cowboys. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him,
one of two spots in the NFC title game awaits the winner here as we're underway in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. They will be led out by the 6-foot lefty from Alabama. It's Tua Tagovailoa.
and he more than did his part in the wild card win with 3 touchdown passes. Now, he's going to get a bigger test here in round 2. But his unit is in rhythm, and they're playing as well as they have all year long. I wouldn't be surprised if this defense, though, tried to get after him early with a little extra pressure. If he can handle that, he can have another big game, though.
A 4-receiver set here. 3 to the left, 1 to the right, 2nd and 6. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Now Tua. And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Marquise Bell in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. But defensively, you really can't script the start much better. You get a 3-and-out and a sack.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. They kept him short of a 1st down on 1st and 2nd down. And then on 3rd down, they pick up a sack. What tremendous momentum for them to start this game.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Now a fair catch taken, maybe a yard or 2 shy of midfield. So here come the Cowboys onto the field with excellent position to get things started. And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback.
All in all, he was pretty solid in the victory in the wild card round and threw a couple of touchdowns. And when it comes to quarterback play, you'd always love spectacular. But in the playoffs, you'll take solid. And that's exactly what they're looking for from him again in this contest.
It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Stewart sets to throw. And he whips that one incomplete there.
I can assure you, setting up a screen is much more difficult than it appears. It requires excellent timing from everyone on the offense, and a defense's #1 goal is to throw that timing off.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
On 1st down, they'll run it on the draw play. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. From the 25, here's a 2nd and 7. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
And that's a nice pickup of a 1st down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Stewart. Pickens on the slam. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up first and goal. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Now from the 7, here's second and goal. Here's Stewart to throw it. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. A big play forthcoming. Here's third and goal. And they'll send the tight end in motion. They'll look to throw on third and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. George Pickens from 6 yards away. And the Cowboys are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Well, we knew they had the crowd on their side. Their defense has already made a stop, and now here's an opening drive touchdown.
Yeah, how about the defense making the stop, offense feeling their momentum that they've generated, and turning it into points on their side. So now you've got a team working together, and you got the crowd involved fully on their side in this ball game.
And in this playoff atmosphere, that 12th man means even more. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. And the Rams getting set to go now. And for them, maybe a little carryover from last week's game. They got the win on the road in the wild card round, on the road here again in the divisional round, but they're hanging tough.
Hey, cue a little music, right? Well, they're on the road again. I mean, this has been kind of the mantra they're under right now, and they can't change it. The season dictated what would happen with them, right? They had to go on the road for the first round for the playoff. They're on the road again, and sometimes teams get really comfortable with that. Not only the idea of going on the road and shocking the world, but just, hey, it's just us. We don't have to worry about outside distractions. It's just us. Let's go play.
It becomes that us against the world mentality, doesn't it?
And while it may be overplayed, in the media, it's real when it comes time to play ball.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Out of the gun on third down, here's Tua. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Now Marshall, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, second and 12. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game. And that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up third and 10. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Here comes the Rams punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And here's a very low line drive, almost whiffed on it. Pushes past him. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Throwing now, Stewart. He finds his man, complete. That's Barry. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. 2nd and 11 at the 41. Operating from the gun. Stewart. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down.
A yard all they need, but it's third down. From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped them, bringing up 4th down.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. Here's Tua. He's got a man. That's Marshall. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it's 2nd down. From the gun, it's Tua. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
And here's Marshall. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Here comes the Rams punter now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. Oh, what a move. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. And now Dallas gets set to take the field.
Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
2nd and a couple.
Going to go play action. Here's Stewart out to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that earns him a fresh set of downs.
Facing 2nd and short, that gives you a chance to go for a bigger play through the air. But I think he said to himself, why not just handle this one? Got all the yards he needed and then some, and made that snap a huge success.
And running with power here. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great effort there. 26 yards.
And the Cowboys are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Well, they've done a pretty good job keeping him in check to that point, but he finally breaks off a nice run here and gets into the end zone.
And it just takes one, doesn't it, partner? That can undo a lot of good work that a defense has done to that point. You break off one right there, and everything suddenly looks bad for you.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. They trail here early in this division round game as they seek a spot in the NFC title bout.
Tua sets up to pass it. And this will be caught by his big wide receiver. Just one catch for him last week in the wild card win, but getting involved early here and picks up the first. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Being chased out left. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage.
He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Play action, now it's Tua. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 47. This is Marshall. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Tua going to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Rams with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. On play action, here's Tua. That is caught, and he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 22-yard line. A little surprise pays off on 3rd and 1. Pass instead of run, gets him 15 yards.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
They'll run with Marshall. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
They stay on the ground. This is Marshall again. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9. And they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd. Looking to pass. Tua. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a 1st down. Here's a give up the middle. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
And he will throw this one out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete.
No receivers open downfield, so instead of forcing the ball to the sideline, he's going to throw this one down to Fort Worth. He'd rather have the incompletion than the turnover.
And it's caught. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal.
That pattern and scheme was well defensed on 3rd down. He tried to just sprint from one side of the field to the other, and they got it to him quickly. But no chance at yards after the catch there, and they stop him short.
And his kick here is good. So a conservative decision there, but it does put him on the board.
And I know the players hate it and the coaches hate it, but sometimes you just got to take the points when they're there. Sometimes a field goal is pretty darn good.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's been effective so far, over the 40-yard mark here in the 2nd quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football, and they've moved them out of the way for the runner.
Sometimes that's tough for those big fellas.
Not an easy thing for them to do.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 56 yards rushing for him now as he has been strong here in the first half of this divisional round matchup. Hands it off out of the gun. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
And when you get into the divisional round of the playoffs, this is where having the ability to run the football is such an advantage. The defenses, they're generally going to be tougher the further you go along. So if you can get something established up front, it's going to give you a great chance to move on.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down. Back to throw. Stewart. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. That's good for a first down. Here's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage, and here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and it'll be second down. They'll look to throw again. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Ernest Jones. And the Rams are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Absolutely a golden opportunity missed there to add to their lead and really cap off an impressive drive because they've got the advantage and plenty of time to add to it. But on the flip side, plenty of time for an opposing comeback as well. So when you have the chance to distance yourself from the opposition so early, partner, you know you don't want to let it slip away.
Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. After the turnover, it's Tua. Dancing in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now a first carry for their fullback. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. Back to throw here. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. So the completion good for just 3. And it'll be 4th down. Here comes the Rams punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be second down. Looking to throw. Stewart. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Stewart now from the gun on 3rd down. Wide open receiver complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the first.
Well, as my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not...
And he will take it in for a Cowboys score. A great play there. with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Cowboys continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Well, fair to say they've got something here in this rookie running back, and he's in for the second time in the ball game.
And, Brandon, it's a position where there's often a lot of turnover, a lot of competition at that spot. But he's proven to them that he wants to be the bell cow guy that his franchise can rely on.
A drive there of just 4 plays, and it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles.
And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum.
On the give, this is their fullback.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And he couldn't square up to throw there, and it falls incomplete.
The Rams on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 10. Now Tua. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack.
Marquise Bell. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. Well, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away.
Now fair catch is called for and taken at the, we'll call it the 37-yard line. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Play action. Stewart. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry.
75 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Stewart sets to throw.
Looking for his running back, and he's got him. 2 yards on the pickup there.
And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll try and throw it with Stewart. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30.
So they convert on 4th, and now from just outside the 30, here's 1st and 10.
And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 12 more yards there and another first down. From the gun, it's Stewart. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Stewart.
Able to hit his target, Lamb. And the Cowboys are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Here's Stewart to throw it.
Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
And that nearly intercepted. But it's incomplete. Now, remember, he had a pick earlier, but couldn't reel that one in.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. And forthcoming, a field goal try for the Cowboys. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And his kick is good.
Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for them.
You're exactly right about that. And this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
Now the Rams about to go on offense one final time in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC Divisional Round matchup. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports Halftime Report.
But first, let's take a look ahead to tomorrow's other divisional round game in the NFC. And it looks like we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the Carolina Panthers. This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up, ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far, but there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Cowboy offense set to go to begin this third quarter.
And they have made this look easy. I mean, there's not supposed to be anything easy about the NFL playoffs, but this lead, yes, they're at home, but this has been impressive.
And we hear all the time when upsets happen, teams go on the road, that maybe home field advantage isn't all it's cracked up to be. But you and I both know the reality is teams really fight hard to get it. Why? You don't ever have to change routine. Everything's familiar going into the game. It makes things easier, and that has paid off for them in a big way in this contest.
And this is going to be a Cowboys first down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
Well, you know they had a third down play on standby just in case, but he says no need with that carry. Runs like that will continually earn him more work in this and future contests.
Right back to him on first down. Now he's able to break through one tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage.
Here's 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Now a handoff running through the middle. And he'll get about 3 here up to the 44-yard line.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. L.A. readies for its next possession, and they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football. The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. But collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number, it's just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Pass incomplete.
And this drive was almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that'll bring up 4th down.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the 1st down, although they would have taken it if they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, got the safe completion on 3rd. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Shoves him away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Dallas offense set for this next drive. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's a 2nd and 8. Throwing now, Stewart. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 13 yards and a 1st down, Cowboys. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
To throw is Stewart. Off the play fake. He's got this to Pickens. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That one goes for 24 yards.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen.
Touchdown! CeeDee Lamb from 6 yards away, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. And right now, Charles, I think you'd have to say their class starting to show through.
Yeah, they were disappointed not to get the #1 seed in the playoffs, but the reality is these guys can play anywhere. It doesn't matter for them.
And if they can indeed hold on to this lead, that's going to set up one heck of a championship game next Sunday.
Let's come back and watch it, shall we?
Something tells me you and I are going to be there. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Here's Tua. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid.
The broken tackle, but couldn't create much space. Down just beyond the 35. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3. Tagovailoa working out of the gun.
The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the third quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And just a 30-yard punt that time.
And they will take over 1st and 10. The Cowboys offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, it looked like they were trying to get him outside there, but this defense had different plans.
Yeah, they really had an outside-in kind of a pass rush. It's almost like when you're covering a punt. You can't let him get to the outside and get to the sideline. You force him to stay in the middle of the field, and they did exactly that and made the play.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
And even 100 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in this divisional round matchup.
From the gun on 3rd down, Stewart. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Well, yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
2nd and 11 now.
Back to throw. Stewart. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Going to go play action. Here's Stewart. And this is caught, but I don't think he stayed in bounds. No, he didn't. It's incomplete. The throw took him past the boundary, and it's 4th.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. Well, they knew who to turn to on 4th down. Their horse, they needed the short yardage. He just couldn't get it.
And that's the surprise because normally that's bread and butter for them, right? Hand it to the big guy, let him go, pick up the 1st down. Didn't get it there. All credit to the defense. Usually, even if they know he's coming, he can't be stopped, and they got it done on that play.
They've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. Despite a little power on the move, still tackled shy of the 20. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. This to the tight end, Kincaid. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he is going to have a Rams first down, at least at first glance, as he'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches. Tua sets up to pass it. And Tua going to slide to a halt, but he will have the first down. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. He'll find his rookie wideout from Ohio State here. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. The give to the fullback on the dive. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Good solid gain on first down, about what you'd expect from the big guy carrying the ball.
Looking to pass. Tua. That is caught. Kincaid with it. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Tua going to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. They'll set up to throw. And he's got it. A 10-yard completion, but still now facing 3rd and goal.
A nice chunk play from the tight end position, and it illustrates the cohesiveness that he and his quarterback have. Both saw the extra defender doubling him up, and they still combined for the completion and big gain.
Tua now, 3rd and goal. Toward the pylon, but it's incomplete. This Cowboy defense looked ready for that 3rd down pass. Brings up 4th. I think here the score dictates you pretty much got to go for it.
Well, when you look at the scoreboard and you realize that 3 doesn't do you a whole lot of good in this situation, you're exactly right. Dial up one of your better plays and get after it. Forget the field goal kicker. He doesn't matter.
I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Stewart throwing to start the drive. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Berry. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. We're up big, but still not hesitating to take some shots downfield, CD. I guess they really want to hammer home their dominance in this one.
Yeah, that much is apparent, partner. If they keep completing throws like that, they'll keep that gap awfully wide as they've established already.
Back now in Arlington. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Now a 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Throwing out of the shotgun, it's Stewart. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. They'll wind up getting just a yard. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And to the 49-yard line, but no further, and obviously he is well short of the first. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. The football going back to the Rams now. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. From the gun, it's Tua. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the 4th quarter here. You've held the team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Here's 3rd and 7. Now Tua. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
4th down, 4th quarter. Here's Tua. That is caught. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Looking to throw. To the right side here, caught by Kincaid. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 10 more there and another 1st down. He'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. In that play, it wound up losing yardage.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain there, and it brings forth a 3rd and long. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Throw out wide is incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And as we look back at how we got here, you'll notice a common theme in these highlights. A lot of yardage through the air. The passing game has been sharp right from the outset. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging them, give them a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
This 2nd and 4. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 4.
It's now 3rd and 4.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
Two things to watch. First, his strength and being able to break out that initial contact. But at his size, once you slow his momentum, it's hard for him to get it started again and end up tackling him behind the line of scrimmage.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20.
And the LA offense ready for this next possession. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. To throw again on 2nd down.
Tua. Pass complete there to Nakua.
That'll give them 8 that time. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. This spot in the 4th quarter with that deficit had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
And out now come the Cowboys. And several days ago, you and I talked with a couple of guys in the meetings about how big is home field advantage. And they kind of downplayed it a bit, but I think we're seeing here today, building up this lead, looks like they're going to win. Why home field advantage in the divisional round so important?
Yeah, they may have downplayed it, but we could also sense that it was important to them because nothing has to change. You don't have to uproot anything. Sometimes when you're going on the road, you may have to even leave earlier in order to get acclimated if it's going to be a tough environment against the team you're going to play. So being at home is a big deal, but now they know, at least they feel like it, they're moving on to the championship round. There's got to be no better feeling. They'll get that 24-hour rule in. Enjoy that before they look forward to the next opponent.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Stewart sets to throw.
Able to hit his target, Lamb.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
CeeDee Lamb.
His 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Cowboys are moving closer to a date now in the NFC Championship game as they're able to extend this 4th quarter lead. Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we haven't been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field.
And they knew this would be tough on the road divisional round, and that has certainly been the case with the deficit they face in this 4th quarter.
Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack.
Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Going to the air, Tagovailoa.
Going to be taken in here by Nakua.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll bring up a 3rd down. On play action, here's Tua. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Down at the 25.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Throwing now, Stewart. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. And forthcoming, a field goal try for the Cowboys. Made his first, this now from 42 yards out. And this one is right through, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
L.A. set to take over again on offense. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
Partner, my vocabulary isn't that great, but to me, there's only one word that fits this front seven today, and that's dominant. 4 and 5 sacks is already rare in one game. Getting to more than 6 in one contest while winning by this many points, an absolutely astounding effort.
Under pressure, and they got to him again. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down.
Nightmare of a game continues for this quarterback, brought down with the game already decided. This sack adds insult to injury for him. Multiple turnovers, down by multiple touchdowns, now dumped early in a drive in the final quarter.
Batted by the linebacker, but still adjusts and makes a catch. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. So illegal touching, not one you see often. It's going to wipe away a first down.
Very simply, if you're a receiver, you can't set foot out of bounds and then be the first to catch the football. Side judge, right there on the play, made the call.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Now a fair catch called for and made right on the 45-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. He's already hit pay dirt twice. He's up over 100 yards. He is feeling good.
He's just zipping along today. Everything coming together for him. It's that type of a day that you see a back just got to have a grin on his face every time his number is called. Because he doesn't feel like there are going to be any lost yardage plays. Nothing but big-time positive runs.
Making the sideline grin as well. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. And he'll only get this to the 47. He needed a few more yards to pick up the first. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. And the Rams now coming out on the field.
Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
Over the middle, it's complete. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5.
Here's Tua.
Tua hit, and the ball is out.
But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. And they're moving on to the conference championship. How about this?
What a tremendous feeling to get to the game that can get you to the Super Bowl. A fantastic season. Unfortunately, for the other team, a tough way for it to end.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. It's a win for the Cowboys as we sign off and say so long from Arlington.